Hello everyone, welcome to IASbaba. Today we will have a brief introduction on political science and international relations. So what is political science? What is politics? Politics is nothing but something you have brought to sell to the people. Say you are selling अच्छे दिन. So पता नहीं किसका अच्छे दिन है, कि आपका या लोगों का है. So or you have come to sell fatafat khatakat schemes, or you might have come to sell the corruption free India, jhadu. Yes, so you have something for the people to sell. That means you are showing that yes, I have these things, so if you vote me to power, I will give XYZ things. Yes, now so it is all about how you sell something. Yes, so all politicians, they sold one thing or the other. Mahatma Gandhi ji sold non-violence to the world, not only to the nation. Yes, likewise. Ab, say now, when you are going to sell something, so you are not selling to one person, you are selling to several persons, or you are selling to a nation, you are selling to a constituency. Yes, so now there are group of people who are going to purchase your things, or who are going to buy your arguments, buy your ideologies. So you are going to buy something. So they are going to buy your ideology. So they are the group. Now when you are going to sell for the whole group, you can't sell it alone. Yes, you want to have a team. So or the followers, or the party workers, or the people who align with your ideology, political colleagues, anything. So who can join your hands to sell something to the people. Yes, so you can join your hands and you can sell something to the people together. Yes, likewise. So now say if this is politics, you have something and you have something to sell for the people. Now at the same time, it is not that you are the only one who have come to sell. There are so many other sellers also. Yes, in the field there is competition to sell the things. Yes, there are many other people who have come to sell the things. Yes, and now say whose ideology wins and whose ideology loses, or so whose ideology is most accepted by the people, whose ideology will be rejected. So therein lies the competition. So this competition or the race is nothing but a war. People call it as bloodless war, or this is the fight of ideologies, or this is the fight of the things which you are going to sell, or this is the fight of the stories which you are going to tell the people. So kahani bata ke bejna hai. Yes, likewise. A very interesting topic or the subject we can say. So your whole political science is the science of studying these things. So science of choosing what to sell. So choosing what the people actually want, or the science of saying how to sell. So what are your strategies which have to be. Yes, and how your nature of influencing the people would be, and how you gather your people, how you gather your colleagues, how you gather your followers, how you gather your party. So the science of studying all these things is political science. How to do that? In other words, how to play with the emotions of the people. So that is how the political science teaches us. Yes, likewise. So I felt like if you are going to become a leader, so it is something in a serious note. So it is necessary that you understand people's emotions. If not, you play with. So better not to play with someone's emotions. So when you understand the people's emotions, you understand what they want and you give those things, obviously, so it will be a super success. Yes, so if you don't understand what the people want, so that is where the political ideologies fail. So there were very good ideologies. Say one thing I can say, your Henry Vivian Desrosiers. Yes, so Henry Vivian Desrosiers had some idea, but that couldn't be fruitful. So you will read Henry Vivian Desrosiers only for half a paragraph in your history, because so people felt that he's saying something good. They felt that yes, so kuch अच्छे बोल रहे हैं, but at the same time, so they didn't understand what to do. Gandhiji's ideology goes for the whole books in the history. There is an era of Gandhiji because Gandhiji exactly told what to do. Remove your clothes, put in the fire. Yes, likewise. So now people only understood these things, and Gandhiji understood that people understand only simple things. They don't understand complex things. Yes, so we should not say go above the head of the people, at the same time below the head of the people. Yes, likewise. So if you go above the head, you will become Vidwan, so who will be ununderstood. If you go below, you will be someone, so people feel that, so if he can do, even I can do that. Yes, likewise. Now coming back, so this political science is one thing which is very much say scoring subject in the UPSC political science optional subject. So now after understanding what is this or what teaches you, so now coming to how political science is helpful for your UPSC. Yes, so coming to the syllabus. So what are the syllabus that are associated with the political science of UPSC syllabus? Now first one, say if we have paper 1 and paper 2 as usual, 2 papers, and so paper 1 is also divided into 2 parts, part A and part B. Your part B teaches say what the historical philosophers taught you in political science. So Aristotle, what he taught you, the father of political science, what say Plato taught you, or what Thomas Hobbes taught you, so or anybody, so what say all these philosophers they taught you. Yes, John Locke, so anybody. And so we have the Indian philosophers, what Mahatma Gandhiji teaches you, what Ambedkar teaches you, what Aurobindo Ghosh teaches you. Yes, what Kautilya taught you. Yes, likewise. So this is like how the historical political science went on. So how did the historians, they taught us how to choose what to sell and how to sell. Yes, likewise. Then the part B is very easy, which is also overlapping with your polity general studies paper 2, that is how the political science happened in India, Indian constitution, making of the constitution, and then Indian polity through the history, like how the political history went on starting from the Nehruvian era, Indira Gandhi era, then coming to the Modi era. So likewise, and so from parliament to Panchayati Raj, so all polity or the history of political science in India will be studied. Yes, so this is one area where you will get a walkover for GS2 if you study political science in detail. Now coming to the paper 2. Paper 2 is all about, friends, international relations. So again the paper 2 of GS. So GS2, that also has a significant part of your international relations. So in the international relations, you are going to again study the 2 parts. So here we have part A and part B. In the part A, we are going to study the international say relations of the other worlds, and part B we are going to study the Indian relations of the internationals. So India and the world, here the world as such, international relations between the nations, here international relations with India and other nations. Yes, as the diagram shows, like this is how the syllabus have been split. Yes, so if I am sure enough, say one thing you have to study exclusively is the Western philosophers. Yes, so apart from that, most of the things you already know. Yes, so that is how, like you have 90% of overlap of this subject with your general studies, so which would be very helpful for you as well. Now come to this. So again, why we have to take PSIR for UPSC? So what help will you get by this? Yes, we will look into first. Coming to the ranks, say very good scoring subject. Friends, there are some optionals where UPSC was not giving good enough of ranks, or suddenly the papers become tough. So all those things, and there are toppers who changed the optionals and then they went on to become successful, all those. But say if this optional says like your say if the optional is fetching at least 80 to 100 marks, 100 ranks out of 1000 ranks in UPSC. Every year approximately 700, 800 vacancies will be called for as per the civil service examination notification. In that, So at least 80 to 100 ranks will be there every year. So that means, so I don't think so this subject is one thing which comes in the bad eye of UPSC. Yes, likewise. Then, so moving further, say if there are scores up to 300 to 310 in this optional, so which is rare for a humanities optional. In UPSC, if you see, say any humanities optional related to arts, so like 270, 280 is a very good score. But when you have 300, 310 scores, so that means this score is very much equivalent to your technical optional subjects like mathematics or physics or chemistry or anywhere. So there it is, the 310 or 330 score in physics is worth it because it is not overlapping with any other subjects. But here, despite overlapping, if you have 310 score, so that means it is a very good score, and obviously with this optional knowledge you are scoring very good in GS as well. Yes, so there was one of my students, so he used to get very good marks in mathematics optional, and it was his last attempt. He said, sir, I'll manage GS but I'll score good in optional, we'll see what happens. So he ended up with 300 plus rank. But if he had scored very good in GS, if he had picked up his GS to some extent, he would have been in top 50 or so, anything what the God gives. Yes, likewise. But anyways, so this optional with 300, 310 score, so is very one thing which the aspirants can easily choose off. Now, coming to one of the toppers score, here we can see the authenticated scores 147, 166. So in paper 1 and paper 2, which are a very good scores. Yes, likewise. Then apart from this, so if you are very good at general studies, if you are very good at optionals, and if you are very good at answer writing and interview as a whole, so the optional has fetched rank ones multiple times. Yes, we have got rank ones. So for Tina Dabi or Ishita Kishore or Shakti Dubey recently. So all these show that, like say when optional is fetching 310, GS will also fetch you more because there are so many overlaps. Yes, now coming to like what are those overlaps. So friends, if we consider the general studies mains, the GS1, GS2, GS3 is almost saturated. Yes, say for example, everyone reads Polity Lakshmikant, everyone say reads international relations in the newspaper, or everyone reads economics, everyone reads science and tech, and everyone reads your history, geography, etc., society, etc. Now the competition lies in the ethics paper and in the essay paper. Yes, so and in the optionals, if you score very good in these three areas, so like GS 1 to 3, so is something which you can say get one of the good marks. But if you have scoring the good marks in these three areas, so rank is sure shot for you. Yes, likewise, because say I have seen that in UPSC, like the essay marks go from 60 to 130. So lowest would be 60 or even less than that, and so highest would be 130. In ethics, I have seen 70 to 140. So a huge gap. But if you have attempted all questions very well in GS 1, 2, 3, so I don't think there will be very good gap. But so you can manage safe getting one of the highest scores. Say for example, here GS 1 to 3, if you have attempted all question, least would be 90 and the highest would be 103, 104 or 110. So whatever the score might be. So look at the margin here, 90 and 120, and look at the margins here. So because significantly student will falter when an ethics question becomes difficult or when an essay topic becomes difficult, but they are not going to be faulting. So in GS1, GS2, GS3, because say it is more about your knowledge which you study in the study table, and this is about the understanding inside the exam hall. So अगर आपको समझ में नहीं आए कि essay का topic क्या बोल रहे हैं, and if you write something else, so significantly you will be deviating from the topic, and that comes with significant reduction of the marks. Yes, so likewise, in that perspective, I suggest like, so PSIR is one optional which can give you very good overlapping with your ethics and essay, because say if your philosophical essays which come are verbatim from the political science philosophers. So a verbatim quote of Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, John Locke, Thomas Hobbes, so all this will be coming in your PSIR. So So the same you will get it in essay also. And now when you know the context, I don't say that you have to bring all from the PSIR and write an essay in general studies, but if you know the context, how the quote is being said, why the quote is being said, a better understanding of essay results in a better essay. Better understanding of the topic of the essay will result in a better essay. Yes, so that is why I always recommend that. So if you have good hold on philosophical essays, so it is easy for you to score 120 plus in essay papers. Then come to next. So ethics, friends, in the initial part of ethics syllabus we have the philosophical part, and there the questions will be a bit tricky. So they are also quote based questions. They just ask a quote and they ask you to comment on that. So again, if you have a good hold on Kant or Kierkegaard, or if you have good hold on Indian philosophers, so you can put in good amount of quotes, you can put in good amount of examples which are apt to the demand of the quote. Yes, likewise. So hence your ethics and essay, which are the scoring ones in GS, so will be very much helpful from PSIR. Now polity is one thing which you always take it from PSIR, because the paper 1 part B so has all about Indian politics, Indian political science, and apart from this the international relations. So in other words, I can say this whole bottom part, it covers your GS2 syllabus. So GS2 ethics and SF, and so one more part, so that is your say history, geography and economics. Only those things you will be studying extra out of that. Yes, so like when it comes to the cost benefit analysis, so this is one subject where you will study mostly the overlapping things. Then come to next. Here I have examples of some of the essays, the proverbs. So these have come verbatim as the essay topics. Yes, so your Seneca's quote, that is, we suffer more from imagination than from reality. So that came, and we cannot step down twice on the same river. So Heraclitus quote, so that also had come here. Yes, likewise. So then come to next. So say when we start studying a subject, so thoda to interesting hona chahiye. So it is not like hum bete hain, so like, so the sir is saying we are listening. So that should not be the case. So how boring is PSIR or how interesting is PSIR? So whenever I get this question, I give example of one of the say famous best philosophers. You can see in the photo, Karl Marx. Yes, so some people will be there, like they see the world in an entirely different way. Yes, say for example, now if I ask you why do you want to get into civil service, you will say that, sir, I want to serve people, or I want to change the lives of the people. Some people say I want power. Yes, some people say like, yes, I want social status. So all those things. So say there might be some other people so who say that, so I want to get into IPS because I want to wear uniform and roam all around. Yes, so such people who see the world in a different way, so those people, they make more noise. Yes, कि ये अलग ही बंदा है. Yes, done. So such person is Karl Marx. Karl Marx says, so the whole history, whatever has gone for only one thing, that is money. So economy builds empire. So that he calls as historical materialism. Yes, historical materialism means, so it is that like the whole history stands on money, stands on material. So it stands on how to produce the material and how to sell it and how to make money. Yes, historical materialism. So now in this historical materialism, so in the course of producing more and more goods and selling the goods, so here comes the owners of the company, so who own all the goods. So they are the bourgeois class. Yes, and this bourgeois class, they dominate on the proletariat. So all these you might have also studied in GS. Yes, so now moving some deeper from your GS, thoda deep chalte hain. So now say bourgeois class, they are the owners, so these are the workers. Now say bourgeois class, they dominate, and so the proletariat feel that, so my life is for working day and night. So all I was born is for working day and night. I have to come to office, work, go earn salary and say nurture my family. So that is all. Yes, that means, so you will be alienated from your life. So why you are actually born? So there are so many dancers, so they are selling vada pav, or there are so many, say, singers, so they are working in some company, multinational companies. Why? So to feed the families. Yes, that obligations. So what is your life, what is your passion, so the destination for which you have actually born, so that is something different, and what you are doing is something different. So your life applies to all the metropolitan people who get up every morning and rush to the office, yes, in that heavy traffic, and work day and night. They don't know for whom they worked, so whether they worked for them, so and overnight they came back. Yes, so they'll be giving crores of profit to the owner, at the same time taking some thousands. So the alienation of proletariat. And now, so to avoid this alienation, what Karl Marx says, so you have to be awakened, and you have to, say, take on this bourgeois class. So how to take on this bourgeois class? So you have to take on this bourgeois class only by the revolution. So the bourgeois class is dominating the proletariat workers. What is the solution? Revolution. What kind of revolution? Violent revolution only. So Karl Marx says, so you cannot go for a passive revolution. You cannot have Gandhian principle here. So in that perspective, Karl Marx was a critic of Gandhiji. So bhaiya de de, so bhaiya freedom de de, nahi chalega. So you have to go for a revolutionary class, violent revolution. So as something like a KGF kind of thing. So that person has said long back. Yes. So violence, I don't like violence. Violence likes me. Yes, likewise. So now it is like, so if you are not a violent revolutionist, you are unfit to become a student of Karl Marx. Yes, so आप violence नहीं करना है, so don't go outside and say that I am a student of Karl Marx. Yes, so the communism, what he says, so that comes with inherent violence. So that is why today Naxalism, Maoism, all those, they take the violence revolutionary path, because the teacher has said the same thing. Yes, likewise. Now, say you went for revolution, so you went and slapped your boss, or you went and demolished your company, and you said that I want to come out of this alienation, so I want to live my passion. So now the dominant class, so will try to pacify you. How they try to pacify you? They will double your salary. So salary बढ़ा दे. So all they will give you one or the other perks or privileges. Yes, or they will send any one person, so who is one of your friend come your boss, or one of your bosses and who is friendly with you, to convince. Yes, so the same way bourgeois class also sends someone who is dear to you to convince. So say for example, if principal wants to say something to the class, if class is not listening, they will send HOD ko भेज देते. Yes, so the same way. And now if HOD doesn't know how to convince, he will send the class representative, because now class representative is one of you and he will convince. The same way these people will send the civil societies to convince you. And so these civil societies, how they convince you? With the help of ideologies. So they come up with new ideologies. Yes, likewise. So you have to be loyal to the company. So company has given you food. So all those things. So now Karl Marx clearly says all these ideologies are lies. So these people who speak ideologies are liars. Yes, don't listen to the ideology. So these are lies. You have to take up only one thing, that is violence, that is arms. Yes, likewise. So Karl Marx says people who are soft enough, people who try to convince you, people who try to say cajole you to the company, so they are liars. So they have some inherent intent which is different from what they are doing. So don't believe in them. Yes, so people who are aggressive are good enough rather than people who are passive. Yes, people who are aggressive, so what they speak, they mean in the heart. People who are soft enough, they mean something and they speak something else. Yes, likewise. So you might have seen the same, that the private class versus the public class. So the workers are aggressive enough. So if they want to say something, they will speak it out with violence or speak it out loud. But capitalist class, so they do lobbying. So they will go to politicians, so they will feed money, so all those. So likewise, so Karl Marx said, so don't listen to these civil societies, ideologies, all those. Yes, now the same thing you will see, say if this is the bourgeois class private hospital and this is your government hospital. Yes, so you go to private hospital, so apna bachcha to deliver karwane. So now how they treat you? Yes, so So congratulations sir, you have got a daughter. So you are very lucky to have this. And your bill is 9,99,999. तो वो देखते ही को फट जाता है कि तो 9,99,000. Yes. Now, so if you will not get these facilities in government hospitals. Government hospital में बहुत भीड़ लगता है. So much of queue will be there. And now the doctor calls. Manjula. So who is relative of Manjula? You are Manjula's relative. So boy, take away. Next. So that is how the government may, there is so much of queue and everyone has come to take it free. And they feel that I don't want to do all those things. Congratulations, वो सब बोलना नहीं है. Because so when I am doing you a free service, that is itself a greater service than congratulating you for something. Yes, likewise. So if you understand by studying the ground reality, you will understand it very well. So PSIR is all about the keywords, what the philosopher said, application of the keywords to the real life and understanding that keywords. Yes, likewise. Now, moving forward, how difficult is your PSIR? So for this, I take up one small concept, that is liberty. Friends, we have studied liberty. All of us, we have studied. So here we have two types of liberty. One is your positive liberty, the other is your negative liberty. Yes. So when I say positive and negative liberty, so I say it like this. So your negative liberty is that, so you are free to do anything in your life. Yes. So free to do anything means, so you can free to do good, you can free to do bad. So you are good have, you are free to grow and you are also free to drown. Yes. So this is your liberty, overall liberty. So you are free to smoke. Yes. You are free to drink. So you are free to do whatever, you are free to make merry. Yes. So absolute freedom. So people who propose negative liberty say that, so a state is one which gives absolute freedom to you. Yes. So absolute freedom means do whatever you want. So that is a good state which gives absolute freedom. Yes. Now, absolute freedom means, so you can smoke. You can also force someone to smoke. Yes. So one of your friend will be there. So he is a very pious person. So usko kuch pata nahi hai. You will take him to smoke. Okay, and after smoking too, तुम भी ले ले कि नहीं पापा डांटेंगे. अच्छा तेरे पापा डांटते हैं कि मेरे पापा तारीफ करते हैं, ले ले. So that is say liberty. So when they say that okay, it is liberty, so they say that liberty in the true sense. So true sense of liberty is your negative liberty. Now when it comes to positive liberty, so positive liberty is something, a sobering thing which says that, so the liberty of you to grow only. Yes, liberty is enlargement of opportunities to grow or the freedom to realize fullest potential of yours. Yes, so if you want to become an engineer, so you will become an engineer in Google company or Microsoft company. Yes, likewise. Or if you are a hardworking person, the state will facilitate you to work say for 16 hours or say for many other hours. So likewise. Yes, done. So that positive liberty. Now we will see like how your say Isaiah Berlin, so he propounded this positive and negative sense of liberty and he classifies this. So that is the negative liberty and your positive liberty. So he classifies that, yes, so there are two kinds of liberty. And Isaiah Berlin says like the negative liberty is propounded by many. So like example Thomas Hobbes or say the J.S. Mill. So these people are those people who speak about the absolute liberty, freedom to do anything. So something very related to your Charvak philosophy. Charvak philosophy again. So yavam jivet sukam jivet rinam krutva ghrutam pivet. So that means I live happy life whenever I live, and even if I don't have money, I will borrow and eat the ghee. So मतलब पीना घी ही पीना है. So but even if you don't have money, you will take the ghee. Even if you have money, you will take the ghee. So you will not bother that, so by borrowing I am making harm to the nation, so I don't care. Yes, likewise. So here Thomas Hobbes and J.S. Mill, they are the proponents of negative liberty. Now, so negative liberty is that liberty where a free man is not hindered to do what he hath the will to do. So what he is willing to do, so he is never hindered in that, whether he does positive things, negative things. Yes, likewise. Now the only freedom which deserves the name, the only freedom which deserves the name is that, say, pursuing of our own good in our own way. Yes, you pursue your own good in your own way. Yes, so that is your J.S. Mill. So all these people, they spoke about that negative liberty. And Isaiah Berlin, so he says, so what is positive liberty? That, so freedom to realize the fullest self. Yes, the fullest potential. Then Isaiah Berlin also says that I wish to be a subject than an object. So here comes the positive liberty, because so I wish to be a subject in the state, not an object, because so if I want to grow, I will grow. But by chance, if I am going down in my life, there is the state which helps me. There is a state which will give me the welfare schemes, the PDS rations, the MG Narega schemes. That the state will not allow you to fall down, but it has all chances for you to grow. The state will not, say, make you a upper cap, but it will always have a lower cap. Yes, so it will not have an upper cap like isse bada nahi grow nahi karna hai. No, you have all the opportunities to touch the sky and come back. But if you go down, I am here to save you. Yes, so the subject says, so the state gives all the thing which is needed for a dignified life, but apart from that, whatever you have to go, you can grow. Now, so object is something relegated as an object. You die, you grow, so I don't care. So I don't want to have that life. I wish to be a subject than an object. Yes, likewise. Then moving further, the linkage. So now we learnt positive negative liberty linked to the Indian philosophers. Gandhiji says, like, the true freedom lies when the most criminal is vehemently spoken in public. So I am speaking something very criminal and open in the public. So that state which is allowing this is the true freedom state. Or he also says, freedom is not worth having if it doesn't connote the freedom to err or the freedom to commit mistakes. So you commit mistakes every day, the state should allow you to commit. So that is the negative liberty. Yes, likewise. Now, the positive liberty is also linked to the Amartya Sen, who says it is enlargement of choices. Freedom is enlargement of choices. Yes, so I have all my choices. After you finished graduation, I can become a doctor, I can become an engineer, I can become a cobbler, I can become a butcher. So anything I want, I can become. So that is enlargement of choices. I am free to choose equally among all. I cannot force that you are belonging to this caste, you have only this thing to do. So that is not freedom. Yes, likewise. So I don't say that J.S. Mill or Gandhiji are negative people, but the sense of liberty was negative. That means they went for some extreme freedom. So that means they wanted a highly free, highly liberal society without any restrictions. And here it is like some paternalistic restrictions were accepted by some of the people. They said, like, I don't want state even as a parent, but here I want the state as a parent at least. Yes, likewise. Then, so the concepts are very simple. It is all about how we study, how we link, and how we write the answers. So now, after this linkage, so now, say the course of preparation goes like this. So we will study in the class. So once we take up any topic, so we will see what is that, and then we will discuss the opinions of all of yours. So like, what in your opinion should be liberty, or what, say, the Mahatma Gandhiji's quote said, whether it is acceptable or not, or what Karl Marx said, the violence should be accepted or not. So that linkages, the discussions, everything happens. So that gives enlightenment. Yes, so when all this happens, say, so that is the true analysis of a subject. Yes, likewise. Derrida says the concept of deconstruction. So that means you study a subject, now you start getting doubts, then you study again, so you will understand a different perspective in all. Yes, so what the earlier understanding you had, that vanishes and new understanding comes. So the theory deconstructs the more you read. Yes, likewise. Then after that, so we will have the examples. So have the current examples, have examples of Indian history, Indian current polity, all those things, so that we can write good answers. Then, so after that we have the linkages with the different philosophers. So how here we saw the Gandhiji's thought, Hobbes, J.S. Mill, they were looking one another. Sometimes a part of Gandhiji will look different from Thomas Hobbes. So which part is that? Yes, because no philosopher we can have a textbook copy of one-sided thing. Yes, likewise. Then after linkage, so then we go for answer writing. Inside the class itself, we will take up simple questions and see how to write an answer. Yes. So here I have a simple question like freedom is to realize the fullest self, Isaiah Berlin. So comment, how will you answer this? So you will say that yes, Isaiah Berlin had given the positive and negative sense of liberty in the introduction, and then you will start explaining the positive liberty because the quote speaks of positive liberty. Yes. So positive liberty is, say, realization of fullest self. That means, so if I wish to be a subject, not an object. So whenever I have an opportunity to grow, I can grow, and at the same time when I fall back, the state will always be with me. So this can be linked with the Abraham Maslow's the self-actualization, that means realization of fullest of my talent. So God has given me some talent, so I have to realize that to the fullest extent. I am a good singer, so I should get at least Oscar award. Yes, likewise, or any other awards. So Grammy awards, all those are given. I don't know about music, so any highest award you can take in. Yes, likewise. Now say after linking to the other philosophies, so now we will go for Abraham Maslow we did, and then we can also link Aristotle. Aristotle says, so live as per your telos. Telos means the destiny, so what you had to achieve. So every person is born with that destiny. Alexander was born to conquer, say, maximum amount of continents as a destiny, and he did it and went. So Aristotle says, so this is your telos, that is your destiny, so do it. So don't live like your destiny is a dancer and you are going and working as a daily wager. So don't do that. So realization of fullest potentials. Yes, likewise. Then you can bring in Amartya Sen from Indian philosophies. Yes, likewise. So after explaining all those, and so give examples of how, say, some people they realized fullest potentials. Abdul Kalam sir, so highest, say, realization of potential in science. Yes, you can give example of your the axiom 4, the Shukla ji who went to space. So likewise, give current examples, and then so one paragraph of the negative liberty. So this quote is in contrast to the negative liberty, which only gives the freedom, but it doesn't motivate the citizens to grow and develop. Yes, and so then in the conclusion we can say, so the state is that state, so which enhances growth, not just the living of the individuals. By that we can conclude. Yes, one answer writing we can do like this. Now last part, coming to the source. Friends, so whatever notes we write and whatever handouts we get in the class, so these are actually as per UPSC syllabus, but the books they don't have obligation to write as per UPSC syllabus. So that is why there are so many books. So I suggest the basic materials of ours should be the class notes and the handouts, and say these are the reference books. You can treat them as reference, read them selectively, pick and choose and read, don't read in complete. Yes, so here we have the O.P. Gauba books and the Andrew Haywood books. So these two are very good for paper 1. So here paper 1 part A, like the political theory of Andrew Haywood, and O.P. Gauba, the Western political thought and Indian political thought. So these 3 books you can use as a reference. Yes, now coming to paper 1, that is part B. So part B is mostly the Indian polity. So apart from your Lakshmikant, apart from your Bipin Chandra, whatever the political history we say and we study in general studies, apart from that you can read Subhash Kashyap's book. So he is also a greater historian, just like your Bipin Chandra, he is also having a great name. Jadunath Sarkar, Subhash Kashyap, they are famous historians. And here we have Oxford's book, so written by Neeraj Gopal Jayal and others. So you can use that also. Yes, so whatever additional thing if you want, you can read it from here. And coming to paper 2, here we have the international relations. In the initial part of paper 2, part A, we will study some theories. So theory of anarchism, theory of realism. Anarchism means the whole international politics is anarchy. So because there is no one single king here, everybody wants to become king. Putin also wants to become king. So Trump also wants to become king. Modi ji wants to become Vishwaguru. Yes, likewise. So Japan technologically higher, they want to become guru for the whole universe, not only Vishwa, yes, likewise. So done. Now, say in the initial part, we have the globalization of world politics written by three people. So John Baylis, Steve Smith, and your Patricia Owens. So Patricia, Patricia, I don't know the spelling of them, but Owens, enough. Yes. So Baylis, Smith, and Owens. And Chris Brown has also written book. Use them selectively. Don't go for, say, reading cover by cover to cover. Then coming to Indian international relations. So here we have Oxford book and Harsh V. Pant's book. So this also you can say go for. Yes, likewise. So as I said, use them selectively. Don't go for, say, line by line studies. Yes, and so any subject you learn, so learn from your heart and say learn happily. Don't learn with pressure ki humko exam likhna hai. So it is that I learned new things in this. Maza aa gaya. Yes, likewise. So ultimately, lastly, like say Aristotle is said to be the guru of Alexander. So I don't know to what extent Aristotle accepted that. So but still, so after 3000 years of say something, we study Aristotle, but so we are not studying the Alexander history in that detail. Yes, likewise. What knowledge he gives, so he gave, all these are relevant even today. Yes, likewise. So make sure, so take the subject as the most interesting one and a happy one, and prepare for civil service. Get the best rank. All the very best from my side. Good luck, friends.